guys, I'm Lauren. Welcome to my channel. It's so good to see you guys. Thank you guys for popping in. A couple of weeks ago, I brought in all of my outside plants. Went through how to treat all your plants that you have out on your porch and whatnot and bring them in. So I did that. But what I did leave out there was a lot of like my tomatoes and then like my herbs and stuff. And I still have to bring them in and I need to clean this up here. So that's what we're doing today. I'm cleaning this mess up and I'm bringing those in and gonna kind of set up like a little herb garden thing here. At least propagate them. We'll figure something out. I don't know. We're just gonna kind of wing it and have fun. So I also really need to clean this because I have this plant right here. All right, so this is a lucky bamboo plant. The thing, I don't know if you can see it, it's as tall from my hip to my head. It's as tall as me. It's a huge plant. And it has a spider living in it. Back here, apparently. I'm sorry, spider. I didn't know you were living back there. Please. Sorry, spider. Okay. So I'm going to have to clean that. This thing desperately needs a repot, so we're going to end up doing that today. I'm going to have to wash this whole thing off. And I'm sorry, I don't see an actual spider. I just see a spider web with a couple little ants. I live in the Pacific Northwest, and when it pours rain outside like it is today, hence the sweater, it gets really cold and really moist and rainy, and then all the ants come in. So that's what we're kind of having to deal with, and just another reason to get everything all cleaned up. This guy is only in basically like perlite and maybe some type of a DIY pond mixture that they did at the nursery, and it's been in here for 3 years now. I haven't added any fertilizer or anything, and this is what this monstrosity has become. So yeah, we're gonna repot this guy, do some cuttings, clean this mess up. If you saw my last video, I installed a brand new grow light up in my room, and I did the whole plants on boards thing, which maybe I should update you guys. I'll update you guys at the end of this video on what's going on with those, because there's some exciting updates on that. And if you haven't watched that video, then definitely go check that out. But I installed a grow light up there, and this is the one that I got last February by the same exact company. So it's very exciting. It's done a very good job here, and I'm excited to grow some actual like tomatoes and veggie plants in here. Maybe I can even chop up my bell pepper and bring it in. I don't know how well it's doing. The mint needs a repot so bad too. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff to get done, so we'll just get into it. Let's get into it, guys. Come on, we'll just get into it. Okay, so we'll go through some stuff just for funsies. This is some succulents sent to me by Shelly from Plants in a Pickle, and this one is rooting in perlite. They're actually doing really well. I love kitties. How you brewing? Yes, I'm a big Friends fan, so I found this punny. And I'm trying to show you that it's flowering right there, which is so cool. And I just have these rooting in sphagnum moss, and I water it when they're dry. And this is another little kitty thing. This is a very dead philodendron. And this is an almost dead philodendron. Yep. And this is a really cool succulent living in water. I'll touch more on that later. Very exciting stuff. Here is that draceana from earlier. They call it the lucky bamboo. We're just going to repot this. I want to clean all of the spider webbing off. I did not see a spider, so I don't think I'm going to be hurting one. But I'm just going to clean everything off. It's been so long since this plant has been cleaned, so it definitely needs a good washing. And then I'm going to try to get it out of this pot. I don't know how that's going to work.
The struggle is real, guys. The struggle is real. This is so hard to get out. I love how orange the roots are. They're actually supposed to be that way. It's really cool. And you can see it's got some type of DIY pond rock thing. So I'm just going to rinse all of this off. I really want to see what the root systems look like. I don't want that stuff going down the drain though, clogging up my pipes. I've had enough of that. But I do want to get all this off, kind of separate them and see what's going on. There's a rubber band here, so I have to move that. The root systems look amazing though. They're so healthy for being stuck in there for so long. They're not very big, but for being stuck in there for so long, that's pretty incredible. And no fertilizer. I'm just going to give them a really, really good clean because they probably honestly will not get another cleaning like this for another year, possibly more. I'm still impressed by the root systems. Alright, so this is Bonsai Jack's succulent soil mix. It's mostly rocks with a little bit of bark. I'm hoping the bark won't mold and will last a long time. And I'm just going to put these dracaena in here with some water and basically continue on the pond-like system that they had. I don't know. I know the rocks will be fine. The only variable is the bark. So I will keep you guys updated on that. Just follow me on Instagram and I'll let you guys know what's going on there. TikTok as well, I'll probably let you guys know. But I'm just gonna kind of shuffle it all in here. This guy has the biggest root system, so I kind of want him to be by himself in here. And I really like the idea of these clear jars so I can watch the roots grow and see what happens. And that way I can see if the mold, you know, if the bark starts to mold or anything like that. So I'm really interested to see how that goes. Now, I'm always trying new stuff. It's so fun. We've got to try new stuff so that way we can expand and learn. And then I think for these other ones, I'll do 2 for each jar since there's 5 of them. But these both have kind of smaller root systems and it'll make it look more full when I put it back up. And I'm just trimming off the dead edges, just trying to do a little bit of pruning. My scissors are upstairs again, so we're just rolling with it as usual. I know I should probably trim it off instead of pulling it. Look how cool those roots are, guys. Look how cool that is. They just look amazing. I think it'll be interesting to see the orange in between these rocks as it grows. So I think Sansevieria, well, I guess they're dracaena now too, but I believe their roots are orange as well. If any of you guys have unpotted them and seen them, let me know. I've got to unpot mine soon. Here we go. That looks really nice. I like that. What do you think? Here I wanted to show you guys I still have the original sticker on. It's $9.99 for all of this. And they do call it assorted bamboo, but it's actually a dracaena and it's toxic. I think I made a note of that earlier, but I just want to make that clear to you guys. It will harm children and it will harm pets if you let them chew on it. But it is inexpensive, so you just need to keep it up. Here is that succulent that I was telling you about, guys. This is the only way I can keep Echeveria alive in my home. I cut the top off of this and shoved it in some water because it was dying hardcore. The top cutting died and then this survived and has flourished. It's got so many little babies. Look at all of that. So, I mean, it's not huge, but it's not dead. So, I'll take it. I just thought it was kind of funny and cool. So this is a Tradescantia cutting, Tradescantia zebrina from a previous video. It has rooted. I want to retry this pond mixture they have in there, and I'm going to test it out with the zebrina. Because I like the purple with the white. I think it's a really cool combination for the fall. And I also want to see like how it all fits together and how it reacts. So that'll be pretty cool to try too. See how pretty it looks. And I'm just going to clean this off here. And this is more Tradescantia cuttings. I eventually want them to trail. I have to pot them up, but I need to order more soil. And then I want to take a look at this. This is a philodendron that I've had sealed in here for 6 months for the greenhouse effect, and I wanted to see how it grew. It was just one little cutting. It's grown quite full. I'm not ready to acclimate it quite yet, but I did want to check it out since I have it all down and out anyway. I'll probably move it to my greenhouse upstairs. And then this is that sad philodendron that I had. I'm gonna prune it up a little bit and kind of make it look a little nicer. Maybe propagate this long gangly piece, remove the yellowing here. And then that other little philodendron, I'm gonna put in here as well and make it look more full. And basically what I'm gonna do is not let it dry out this time completely for so long and actually take care of this poor plant. And then it will look very nice. And I'm just gonna put it back in its cash bow. Much better. Alright, so these are the herbs that I have left over outside. They wintered really well last year. They're not looking so great this year. I don't even know if these will root in the home. I haven't had very much success with that except for with mint and lemon balm. But I'm going to try it anyway. If you guys have any tips, please leave them down below, especially for this thyme and rosemary. The woodier stems just seem to escape my capabilities at this point. The tomatoes, I don't know if you guys know, God and Garden on Instagram taught me that you can actually cut these up and they will root. So, and then I'm going to try it with my pepper as well. It's looking terrible. It doesn't even look worth repotting, honestly. And like I said, I'm out of soil right now. I'm happy it grew a pepper, but it looks terrible. That's okay. Well, maybe it'll produce some seeds and we'll see how that goes. And here is my chocolate mint. I love this thing. Something has been eating on it though, so I'm going to make sure to clean any clippings really, really well. There we go. I'm just going to take a bunch. I'll probably move the rest of it inside later, but I want to spray it down. I'm just chopping it up so that there's a node at each point, but I don't think you really need a node. I think all of the little hairs on the tomato stem are actually capable of turning themselves into roots, which is just mind-blowingly awesome. Who knew tomatoes were so intricate and fascinating? Now, I'm just going to root them in water here. I did this before, and it's how I went from 2 tomato plants to that whole full bushel you saw. And this looks a little sad, so I'm just going to kind of trim a little bit of it. Make sure to clean it off. Just shove it in there. If it roots, great. If not, I get it. And this is the pepper plant, and I'm just going to scrape off the bottom leaves of this and just put it right in here. This is what it looked like before, guys. This is just kind of a refresher for you. Just kind of going over how it was so dirty and disgusting and not loved. Ta-da! It's so beautiful now. I love having all my kitty stuff displayed and my crystal. This plant is going to be so much happier with all that room to grow. The Tradescantia I do eventually want to move on top of the cabinets, but it's going to be there for now. Alright, updated as promised. Nothing going on with those three. These two, though, are doing really well. So the Mycans is pushing out new leaves. It's growing little aerial roots trying to attach already. Look at them. Look at them elongating. And it's got multiple points of new growth. So I'd say it handled the repotting really well, actually. So I'm very excited for how this is going to go. Still a little crazy and wonky, but it'll get there. I'm really stoked. I'm excited. It's already happening. And then this one over here, the Marble Queen, is already trying to root as well. It's perked up so nicely. It's getting more color. Look at the aerial roots on this one. It's just going wild. And then it's trying to push out a new leaf to boot. I just love these plants. I really do. Alright guys, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. If you had fun, and I have there's 2 more videos right here for you guys. My next video coming on Saturday will be a plant room planty chores video. I have to go and chop off some dead leaves and kind of prep for my big tour that I'm going to be doing in the next week or so. I do want to do a big planty tour for you guys, but those videos always tend to blow up and I don't want my room looking like garbage when I do it. So I'm going to take you along on the journey of how I make it look all nice. So, yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye!